the point is, we're running the zoo. Human beings are running the zoo. And the question is there a measure of divine in us or is there not? And I think Dr. Jung's conclusion is that there certainly is the divine in human beings, but the issue is that God himself is an antinomy. He has both good and evil within him. And so the religious function, the self, the God image, which is the deepest archetype in the human being, has developed over the entire evolution of our species. It didn't start in the 19th century, and it didn't start in the Christian era. It started millions of years ago, literally. And so that part of us, what Dr. Jung called the 2 million-year-old man, doesn't have to live in the 21st century. We have to. And so that means that within the context of our ego, we have to decide what is right and what is wrong. We have to make a decision. And what Dr. Jung was emphasizing in his derision of the Privatio Boni, which was the idea that evil doesn't exist, only the absence of good. Privatio Boni means absence of good, and the idea of Summum Bonum, meaning that God is all good. We have to leave those ideas behind us because evil does in fact exist in the world. We need to be able to identify it, call it out, and resolve it, because if we don't, eventually we will destroy our species and everything on this planet. That's the ultimate outcome. And the amazing thing to me is that Dr. Jung figured this out, put it out in such a way that it could be understood by Dr. Edinger, Dr. Jaffe, and a few others, and they were able to interpret it so that someone like me in the third generation could come along and interpret it and make it available not only for my immediate friends but also for people around the world. And that's what I'm trying to do here, because obviously Dr. Jung didn't have a computer available to him. Dr. Edinger may have had a computer, but he died only 3 years after the commercial internet really got going. And so it's up to people like us who do have access to social networking to spread the word around that here's another way to think about God, to think about spiritual life. And that's kind of my purpose. At the very minimum, we have to be prepared to call out evil when we see it. Obviously, when there's someone shooting a lot of people in a bunch of school classrooms or at a concert like we had in Las Vegas, I don't think it takes too much of an effort for us to identify that as pure evil. And what we have to do is learn how to differentiate good from evil in everything we do. I mean, those are obvious ones, but there are plenty of other ones as well. And I don't have to get political or bring up political issues in order to observe that we can see evil and we should identify evil as such in our society. I feel very strongly about that.